In today's episode, we're going to show you how to transform a room that we've used for something else into something else entirely.
We previously used this room for our wedding floral company, where we did everything from client vision boards to client bids, contracts, anything that we could do at a desk. This is where it happened.
Yeah, and now we're going to change it into a vlog YouTube office studio. We're excited to show you that process. Off to the hardware store to get some supplies. Yes, please. Whew, it's windy and cold out there. All right, so they didn't have any of the molding that we wanted. They had 4 sticks, but it wasn't enough to get done what we needed to. But they did have caulking for around the trim before we paint, and they also had liquid nails. We're going to use some of the liquid nails and some brads to hook the molding pieces on the wall. So they had those, we grabbed those. We just need those, we just need the molding, the right molding. Oh, they also had Swedish fish. We love Swedish fish, don't we, Olivia? Right? So we'll go check out and see these other stores. Let's get out of here. There's something about putting together these frames in the corners that it's just nice when the corners come together, not crooked. All of these frame corners came together like that, so that was fun. We lined them up to our measurements on the wall. We put dabs of liquid glue, or liquid nails is what it's called, liquid nails on the back of the frames, and not too much though. We just did it a few spots all the way around, specifically the corners too, and then lined it up against our measurements and pressed it against the wall, and it worked great. And then we actually pulled it off just a little bit and put it back on just to make the paint, the liquid nails a little tacky, and laid it on there. Used a few nails on these frames to hold it in place until the liquid nails dried. Now, as you can see, these are solid. These aren't going anywhere. There's no bowing. They're straight. It worked out great. We used, have it right here, we had some wood filler to fill in the holes from the nails. And then we waited for it to dry, used some sandpaper, made it nice and smooth again, and then followed that process with caulking. Then we used some caulking on the inside of the frames and on the outside of the frames to avoid any gaps. We don't want any gaps in there before we paint. So now it's looking good. We've got it all smooth, gaps filled. We're ready to prime and paint. Although we've got to figure out paint color. So I've actually got some colors here, if you guys can see. All right, so we have black blue, one color. Rogue blue. We like that color too. Hail navy. Not so much a fan of this one. It's okay. Not a huge fan of that one though. Yeah, probably not that one. But the black blue and the rogue blue, we do want to do those. We're going to put that on the wall. That's it. So we're ready to prime and paint. All right, we're finished.
We decided to paint the whole office this black blue color by Farrow and Ball, and it just completed the look. Originally we decided to just paint this one wall behind us black blue, but it wasn't working. It irritated us every time we would come in here or walk by, and so doing the entire office this color, it looks beautiful. And then with the white molding contrasting, we have warm colored shades and then a brass light fixture.
I'm glad she had us do it because she's right. When we came in here and it was finished, just the one wall, it didn't look like it was done. We'd walk through and it's like, it looks like it's an unfinished room. So we did it. She was right. It looks great, and we're glad we did the whole room this color. All right, we had a lot of fun doing this. There's pieces, obviously, we still want to just touch up. One being the outlets, they're white right now, and we want to cover them up with a darker color outlet so they don't stand out on the wall. Until then, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe or hit the like button. Do both if you can, and we'll see you next time. Let's see. This is a textured wall. I got some... I'm burping pickles. Okay, sorry.